nachos.
When it comes time to selling your dental practice, there are a lot of options on your nacho plate. My name is Paul, Dr. Nacho Goodman. I'm thrilled to be talking with Lane Terrio, CEO of Independence Dental, about some of these creative options and what is a non-DSO DSO and how can Independence help. So Lane, thanks for being here today. If you would share what you do with dentists and a little bit about your daily dental life and how Independence Dental helps dentists, we would love to hear that.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Lane Terrio. I'm the CEO of Independence Dental, and thank you for having me, Paul. You know, what Independence is really about is trying to rip up the script from what a traditional DSO is and kind of change how we approach a dental partnership. And what that means for us is taking a little more of a collaborative view of how we work with our partners and really kind of looking to them to say, you know, what has worked for you and what's worked in your market in the past, and kind of drawing on that and allowing that to continue as we partner.
I like that. I know dentist, I am a dentist, and we can be sometimes very creative with our dentisting, but not as creative with business. So I just want to pause for a minute and share, as somebody who connects dentists to DSOs, works with DSOs, traditionally in a DSO sale, the dentist is staying on for a period of 3 years, and 1 to 3 years, getting, you know, most of their money up front, might not have any on the back end. And in this, Independence Dental has a not so ordinary approach, creative approach to this. So we're proud to have you as a key resource and sponsor of what we do at Dental Nachos. How does Independence Dental, what differentiates you guys from the traditional DSO sale?
Yeah, sure. So I'd say the biggest thing is that, you know, we really provide our partners with autonomy, and we mean that in not just in a clinical sense, but in a true operating sense, right? And so things that, you know, we won't change is things like your computer or how you market yourself. Nice. And actually, we go so far as to actually put that in writing. Cool. In our contracts, you'll find we have a clause called the normal course of business clause, and that we won't make any changes to the normal course of business, the way, you know, our clinic was run in the past before we partnered. And I think it's a pretty powerful proposition for folks who are concerned that, you know, how a DSO might behave, you know, once they partner, and you know, we're prepared to make that commitment in writing.
And I'm always just a fan of, you know, the right solution for the right dentist at the right time that might look different to dentists at different ages and stages. Now walk us through, you know, you guys have usually looking to build a relationship for 5+ years. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so typically we partner with folks on a 5-year basis. Our goal is to partner with kind of the best in class dentists who've already got sort of a formula working in their market, but maybe need just a little bit of help on the edges and want to kind of pick and choose what they want. So you know, we'll look to our dentist partners to say, hey, you know, where do you need support? If you don't need support at all, that's fine. If you do, you know, here's a suite of services that we provide. We've got a number of vetted service providers that we work with, and we'll introduce you always at least 2, so you can have an option of who to work with and provide support that way, and you know, kind of have the ability to continue on the legacy that you've already established with your clinic.
And that's so important. I was in my dental office yesterday, dentisting full contact arts and crafts on people who don't want to be there. That's pretty much what dentistry is. There's awesome parts, there's annoying parts, but sometimes you feel like crying inside a day, and support's helpful. Support is helpful, right? It's like running a circus. The animals aren't trying to eat you, just slowly annoy you to death. So maybe I have been involved in numerous transitions from traditional private practice to DSO sales, and it's the right solution for the right person at the right time. But what I find unique about what you guys do is you're looking to partner for 5+ years with these dentists, so you want to build together with them. Tell us a little bit about your background in doing this. You've done this with dentists, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so probably one of the little known facts about me is that I am actually Canadian, so I reside in Canada and had previously worked with a DSO up here called 123 Dentist. And so I've actually had the ability to kind of see what works and what doesn't, and what makes you know, a dentist tick and a dental office tick, and I found sort of ways to tweak that and came up with what I think is, you know, certainly a unique solution that, you know, I didn't see very many people offering. In fact, you know, I'm not aware of anyone else who's quite like us in the U.S. And so wanted to bring a little bit of our Canadian philosophy stateside here. So that's the genesis of
your Canadian philosophy. Be nice and relax at all times. We could use that here in the U.S., right? So that
something like that.
My Canadian dental friends are so great. Relax, nice. I don't know what they're drinking up there. But you know, just from a broader picture look, because I like to deliver value to people watching too. Where did you see a real opportunity in the dental industry to infuse help, right? Because, we have kind of been we have this cave-like mentality, and whether you're running a cave that brings in $3 million a year or $300,000 a year, we're kind of running this one man band or one woman band. I know sometimes we have associates too, but where did you see the ability for a business organization to infuse help while still keeping the doctor or allowing them to be autonomous?
Oh, well, I mean, there's a ton of areas. It's very rare that we find a partner who's doing everything perfectly. One area that I know we're getting some very positive feedback from our partners on is PPO negotiation, right? And some folks, we do we just do a quick study.
PPO negotiation, make more money for doing nothing extra. Pretty good deal, right?
Basically, that's it. Yeah, I mean, you're bang on, Paul, right? And even in the cases where folks have done a really good job of managing that themselves, we're always able to find some little areas where we can tweak and improve the pricing. So that I'd say that's a big one that we see across the board. And then adding in sort of some of the different procedures or offerings to the clinic. And the one that's really popular these days is all the sleep apnea appliances, and helping the dentist to learn how to not only offer that service, but with the billing and getting insurance reimbursement for that too. So that's another one that's been very popular and getting a good uptake in our partnership group.
I love both of those things. And what I shared in the maybe middle of my dental career, being a practice owner for 15 years, is that your bandwidth for annoyance gets stretched. So someone might give you a good idea to do sleep apnea, but you're like, I literally have no more brain cells left to do this. So that's why when you can partner with people, and this goes for whether it's a business organization, whether it's a consultant, it's with people who look from outside your box and figure out ways you can be more successful and less stressed out. So as we wrap up, Lane, some of your success stories, I know some of the people are in our Dental Nachos group. You don't have to say their name particularly, but just give us like if a dentist was watching thinking, this might sound like it's good for me. I want to work 5 to 10 more years. I have a practice. I know you like practices that already have an associate. It's me and an associate. Share with a success story for a practice like that and what it would look like working with you guys and beyond.
Yeah, sure. So there's one practice in particular I'm thinking about, large clinic with a number of associates and sort of a doctor who is more of a manager, right? Somebody who actually wasn't in the mouth, and he should have had a lot of time to work on all of his business. And we actually were able to, just with that PPO negotiation, grow his revenue by over $1 million.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and he continues to be a major owner in the clinic. In his particular instance, he owns 35% of the clinic. So he's benefiting directly from that as a result of our partnership. So that was an early success that we had coming out of the gate here at Independence.
What I would like to do is ABC, always be creative, having Independence Dental as a partner, key resource and sponsor with you guys, sharing your strategies for success. And also what I talk to dentists about is often dentists wait too late to get help, especially business help. So maybe this isn't on your plate for next year, but it might be on your plate for 2 years from now. Maybe you're thinking, I want to work for another decade, but I want to have a partner and it fits for me. So Lane, if people are watching this and they wanted to reach out to you directly, what would be the best way for them to do so?
Yeah, sure. I'd say the best way is, go check out our website. It's independencedso.com. From there, there's a simple form you can fill out and have one of our senior executives will contact you. The other way is over email, info@independencedso.com. I actually receive those emails personally, so don't be surprised if I'm actually the one who responds to you that way.
I like that. That's perfect. And we are going to do more and more together at Dental Nachos. You can reach out to us at salsa@dentalnachos.com. Visit dentalnachos.com. We're glad to share different stories in this transition world. It's such a big part in the life cycle of a dentist to get the right advice at the right time. Thanks so much, Lane, for sharing with us.
My pleasure, Paul. Thanks for having me.